Hey, what is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another video. I hope you guys are doing really well. Today I'm back for a bit of a topic video. I put out to you guys on Twitter, what do you want me to talk about? I had a few different ideas, but you guys basically said that you wanted me to round up who is to blame for this season. Now, I am talking, well, I'm not even talking about if we are to get relegated. I personally think at this stage in the season, with 3 games to go, that we're relegated. That is my viewpoint. You might have a different viewpoint. I'm still keeping the faith. I still think we can stay up, but it'd be very delusional of me to come on here and say that we are definitely going to stay up, because I don't have any reasons to back that idea up. I think we've bottled it. But I think that this season hasn't been perfect. Nobody's season has been perfect except for Leicester City's. Everyone needs to make changes and improvements. But I think ours could have been a lot better than it has been. You look at Watford, you look at Bournemouth, 2 very similar situations to us. Both have a tad more money than us, and they are comfortably safe. We could have quite easily been in that situation. Plus, we had more experience than both Watford and Bournemouth going into this season. Now, for me, where it all went wrong was the summer recruitment. We got it completely wrong. We didn't sign enough players, and we went into the start of this season with pretty much the same squad as what had won the playoff final. That is not good enough in a league of this standard. The Premier League is such a good league, such high quality, such a massive step up from the Championship. And if you don't recruit, then that's a problem. Now, I'm very hesitant to sway towards the we don't have enough ambition argument. I think that Surely, David McNally, Delia Smith, everyone on the board doesn't sit down and go, nah, actually, I'm not going to spend money. I don't want this club to go forward. Our owners love our club. You know, we are so lucky to be run by who we are in some ways. Of course, it has some setbacks, but in some ways, we are loved. We, the board love our club. They are willing to invest some money into it as much as they possibly can. And I think our club does have ambition. But I think we did get the summer recruitment wrong. Now, it's not that there was a lack of spending money. We were willing to spend money. It was that we just couldn't attract these players. Now, I'm not convinced of the whole argument that we're not a big enough club to attract players. The Bournemouth did it. Watford did it. Teams like that. Bournemouth are not of a biggest club as us. And they attracted players like Benik Afobe and Lewis Graben. No, but in all seriousness, we could have attracted them players. I'm not sure what went wrong. I think we were very unorganised in our approach. I think our whole scouting network needs to be rearranged. I think Neil Adams as loan manager hasn't really worked. I haven't seen much benefit from that at all. So that's that. Now, I went to you guys on Twitter and said, who is to moan? For me, it's the board. I think the players have to take some responsibility, but at the end of the day, they're mediocre players competing at a very high level, and I think Alex Neil does have to take some responsibility as well, because his tactics haven't been ideal all season. He's been very resistant to change, which I think is a positive for him, but also a negative. So let's go to you guys on Twitter and see what you guys are saying. Jordan Young says, mix players aren't good enough, but board left our squad one of the worst 5 in Premier League. Alex Neil has also made many questionable decisions. Now, an interesting thing I saw on Twitter the other day was someone saying that they believe Norwich City were relegated after the game where we lost to Newcastle 6-2 because Alex Neil gave in. You know, he gave in to his attacking football, and we've been in sort of, I don't know what it is, we've tried to play attacking football and then try to go defensive, and it looks like Alex Neil doesn't quite know his own philosophy. Before Newcastle, we were winning games, we were losing games, but we were picking up points at a rate that would have kept us up this season. Playing attacking football, you know, I can remember some really good performances early on in the season, like Liverpool away, Bournemouth at home, games like that where we were playing good football, and if we would have stuck with that, I think we would have stayed up. So that's a reason Alex Neil has to take some responsibility. I think he's been too resistant to change at times, and then sometimes too flexible to change, and he's given in to his ethos, which is a very, very risky road to run down when you're not quite sure how you work. Next up is Jason Powell. He says, I'm with you, Mags, who was another person who commented, it's down to the board's lack of ambition and little old Norwich attitude. I've talked about our ambition. I'm hesitant to sway towards that. I think McNally does need to look at the money we're spending, the bonuses he's taking, and things like that. But, you know, could we have thrown a bit more money at players? We obviously did in January with Tim Close and Stephen Naismith. Could we have done that in the summer when it really did matter and when it wasn't too late? Mag says we are happy what we are, and we will always be that. In all honesty, I'm more than happy. We could be in a lot worse of a situation. That's a good point. Happy with what you've got, but I genuinely believe that this club can kick on to bigger and better things. I'm happy being a Norwich fan. I love Norwich City, but it is very disappointing knowing that you can kick on and you're not doing it. Edward Jacobs says transfer committee have been poor and haven't given the manager the basic raw materials to work with. Cameron says recruitment, no centre-back, no spine, no striker, no goals. 2 pairs of boots not filled in the summer. Obviously talking about Gary Hooper and Bradley Johnson, architect of our own downfall. Smithman says, I think it's the players' desire and belief as a whole and some players' ability, particularly at finishing. I agree, I think we lack a striker. Not quite sure about the whole desire and belief thing. I do kind of buy into that. I'm not a massive fan of loan deals. You look at Andre Wisdom, he doesn't care if we go down. He's just going to be going back to Liverpool. And to be honest, that kind of is the situation for all players in football nowadays. Who cares if they don't stay up? Like, they're going to get shifted out to another club. They're going to be earning as much money. Yes, I completely understand that players do want to succeed, but it's not going to hurt as much as it does our fans. Like, I doubt we'll be seeing Diamersi and Bakani, you know, hiding himself in his house for 5 days because he can't take being relegated. He's going to be back out to wherever he came from, Dynamo Kiev, and he's going to be back there playing football. Like, he doesn't really care if we go down. And that is the sad truth of modern day football. It might hurt for a couple of hours, but then they realise they're going to be back earning 30k a week at another club, and little old Norwich sort of, we can get on with it. Finally, Roy Boy says, definitely the manager often said he will only do things his own way, naive and poor signings in the main. So I think the common theme is everyone's to blame. Recruitment was poor, manager hasn't been great, but I still think Alex Neil is one of the best upcoming managers in this league and in England. I genuinely love Alex Neil. He's learning. He's young at the end of the day. We make mistakes. The players haven't been great, and, you know, life. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's not all over. We could stay up. We've got 3 games left. And if we do go down, then look, it's another learning curve. Hopefully we keep Alex Neil. Hopefully we keep the majority of our players, and let's hope we can bounce straight back. But we're not down yet. Who knows? We could pick up 9 points from our next 3 games and be flying high. I don't know. Leave me your thoughts on who is to blame for this season. How has it gone wrong? Why has it gone wrong? Who is to blame for why it has gone wrong? Hit subscribe when you're in 7,000 subscribers. It's much appreciated. And of course, hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video to try and get it to 100 likes. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.